welcome to Apex City. I'm Jeremy, and today we are going to be doing our When the Team Got Together session. Starting to my left.
I'm Christina, and the playbook I'm playing is The Bull. My hero name at the moment is the Baroness, though one of my shticks is that my name might change a lot during the course of this. Jeremy has been holding his head because my character is literally a bear. So, the Baroness is a literal bear who has had some science done to her and is now of human intelligence and human temperament and possibly cybernetic. Yes!
Question.
Yes.
Are you of superhuman intellect, or are you just like, you know, you get B's and C's in high school?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
like your GPA? At bear school.
I am not of superhuman intelligence.
Okay, you're just capable of speech and like sentience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am of the average intelligence of a person for this city.
Okay, so you got like a B- in algebra.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. I do really well in gym.
That makes sense.
Were you
No one wants to play me in dodgeball.
When did this happen?
Yeah, what age were you in this?
Do you mean like bear age?
In bear years.
We would like you to translate bear years into people years
Right.
for us because
So-
we are unfamiliar.
You don't actually know.
So,
We have talked about this.
bears have a lifespan of about 20 years. So, like, a teenage bear, I'm guessing, is probably around, like, 2 or 3 years. So I'm thinking, like, the bear part of me is 2 or 3 years old. The, like, brain part of me thinks it's a teenager.
Okay.
I'm not sure if, like,
You're
this
gonna
was...
die really young.
Pathos
Well,
right there.
As a cyber bear, I may live longer than a
cyber
normal
That's
bear.
true. That's true.
Are you constructing these cyber bear parts, or
I did not, no.
Do you have any idea? Like,
So-
who did this to you?
This is part of my backstory.
Oh,
so
okay, alright.
Part of being the bull is that you were made.
Oh,
Someone
interesting.
took you and made you the way you are. So there was some shadowy science organization that did this to me.
Oh wow.
I don't really know who they are, but
We might find out during
we
play.
might find out.
Any shadow organization.
No, there are no shadowy organizations in Apex City.
Duh.
Right.
Why would you do that? It's
Okay.
full of heroes.
All right, so we have met the Baroness.
Yes.
Let's move on to Christina's left.
My name is Jordan, and I will be playing the Legacy. My character's name is William Infernus. He is part of a very famous family, runs a banking organization and lots of other sub-companies within the city. The Infernus name is very well known. They also may or may not be maybe some shadowy organization that is maybe not doing shadowy things, like creating cybernetic bears.
There are no shadowy organizations in Apex City. I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely not. William, however, does not want to be a part of that. Possibly because he doesn't, not because he's a good person, just because he wants to rebel against his family.
So you're being a hero to rebel against your family.
Yeah, saving
That's
people to
bullshit.
stick it to the man.
That's interesting.
Very punk rock of you.
Like a-
Stick it to the old people, dude.
In
That's
order
true.
to do this, he does the same thing that all of his family does, which is he summons demons from another realm and uses them to fight for him.
Oh, so you're a summoner.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you go just by, can we call you Bill?
I go by Will.
Oh, you go by Will.
What
Okay.
about I am?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to give that a solid no.
So we would call, wait, what would we call the Baroness? Is that just what we call you? Is
She's
like,
the Baroness.
the Baroness, come to
I
dinner!
assume
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
can you spell it for us? Can you spell the Baroness?
B-E-A-R.
Nice, that's what I was hoping for.
O-N-E-S-S.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Bear Onus.
Yeah. So I have an identity. My official name in like the census is Jacqueline Bear, B-E-H-R.
Okay.
Jackie Bear.
So you can call me Jackie or, whatever.
Or
Is
Mary.
that your human Sona?
Yes. Yes, it's the opposite. I have a human suit.
Okay, all right.
Well, that's not canon.
Moving on to the left.
My name is Nan, and my character is, I'm playing the outsider. My real name is not pronounceable by your human or bear tongue. But I go by Darren because I was found in the bayou of Louisiana by Officer Darren. I did not realize that there are multiple genders in the human culture, so I just thought everyone went by Darren and adopted it for myself, so I go by Darren.
And what kind of alien are you?
I'm a mushroom.
Like a how big?
I'm a human-sized mushroom. I'm a human sized and shaped mushroom.
Okay.
Okay, human shaped.
Yes.
Okay.
So I come from a planet where I am not the dominant species. There's a completely separate species, separate from mine, that is the dominant species.
Okay.
And a huge honor in my culture is to be chosen to be sacrificed. And I was lucky enough to be chosen to be sacrificed to these sentient beings. Unfortunately, I chickened out and I ran away. And they say the only way I could earn my way back home to be sacrificed is to do a great deed. And so I went to a poverty-stricken third world planet.
Oh, wow.
And
Yes.
Earth is a poverty-stricken third world planet.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
So I am serving out my social work years here, trying to prove myself worthy of going back to die. I cannot identify faces very well because we are asexual reproducers, so we don't really have gender identities. So I will mix up names
Also,
of people.
I have some questions.
I think we established also that you see in the ultraviolet spectrum, so
Yes.
you're not really great with faces.
Yeah,
to
I'm
begin
also
with.
not very great with faces to begin with, so it's a very common issue
I
that
have some questions.
Yes.
Are you very clearly non...
I'm very clear. Yeah, it's cilia for hair.
Okay, so it's not like you're just a person. You are like a mushroom.
No,
guy.
I am pink.
Or person,
yeah.
yeah.
You have 6 eyes or something?
It's
Yeah.
just very clear to us that you are an
Four.
alien.
Yeah.
Are you a threatening looking alien? Would someone
No,
be...
I look like I'm made out of cotton candy.
Okay,
So
all
it's
right, that's good. I like that.
And I am very naive. I would say that. Another issue is my planet is very, very large. It's a much more dense planet, so I am able to shift density a little bit. But I am made of much lighter stuff than Earth is, so I have difficulty staying in place, and strong breezes or sneezes can pose a problem in certain situations.
Like a decent-sized bear brushes past you and might just send you
Yeah.
flying somewhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If a bear was to sneeze, I might need to hold on to something.
Especially if they were had a robot sneeze.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with
Maybe
all
like a
the
fan in
extra
there,
force.
Oh,
that
that's
you
amazing.
just
Fly.
kicks in.
Yes, I can fly.
By
Okay.
controlling the density. That's the
Nice.
word.
Yes.
So I guess moving on then to the last member of our team.
Oh, I'm so excited. My name is Lenny. I am playing the Doomed. My hero's name is Piro. It's Japanese for clown. My hero is a non-binary mute mime. Their only power is psychic constructs, which have very strong rules. My entire character is really based around following rules and having very strong rules to follow. So since they only have psychic constructs, the rules to that are they need to be observed. The psychic constructs are actually coming from observers believing in what my mind is constructing and miming. And they also cannot speak. If they speak, they lose their powers or a doom point. I'm not really sure where we fell on that. But that's the basic parameters of them. Yeah, I'm very excited to be playing Piro the Mime.
All right. So now that we all know who we are, the next part down here is when our team first came together.
Right.
And so starting, there's a particular order in which we ask those questions, and the Baroness is up first, with the bull. So, when you first came together, we defeated a dangerous enemy. Who or what was it?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with this. It was a villain team.
Okay.
So it was 2 people, a villain and their sidekick.
Okay.
It was... My thought was an Australian-themed supervillain duo. One of them is Killaby, the killer wallaby,
Okay.
and the other one is some sort of kangaroo.
Oh yeah!
duo.
Can I
Yes,
say?
yeah, go for it.
Can I
Yeah,
say
no,
Kangaroo Jack? Or is that
I-
not okay?
I think that's fine.
Kangaroo Jack.
The Kangaroo Jack.
That works with
And-
me.
and the
Talking
killer bee.
kangaroo.
Yes, Kangaroo Jack, who's not actually a kangaroo, but a man with boxing gloves, named Jack, and a Killaby, who is
I'm
a
sorry.
killer wallaby.
This is like a real movie.
No, I'm aware.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's
I just
fine.
wanted to make sure.
You don't have to stage whisper.
Yeah, that's why I'm separating this from Kangaroo Jack of film fame, which is an actual kangaroo.
Yes.
And a man named Jack who thinks he's a
Famous
kangaroo.
I'm not even gonna call it.
I'm pretty sure the words
film
kangaroo
infamy.
and Jack are not copyrighted, so I
Right.
think we're safe there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine,
I just
that's
wanted
fine.
to make
So
sure.
basically, he's just a big Australian stereotype. He's like
Okay.
Crocodile Dundee.
Sure, he's got like the big hat,
And a big. He's very concerned with the size of knives.
Are
which is
kangaroos-
weird because he's a boxer.
Yes.
Yeah, are kangaroos?
Did he have a knife duct taped to his boxing gloves? Like how?
Yes.
Yeah, so he has
Yes.
knife fists.
Yes.
Knife fists. Knife fists. Oh,
Yeah. He wasn't a great guy.
The most ghetto team up I've ever heard of. Like, oh no, our great villain has duct taped knives to his boxing gloves. Someone stop his
bad boxing gloves.
Normal law enforcement, this is out of your hands.
He's also
It's
super
a
strong.
boomerang duck
So
Sure, no.
hat.
Yes.
She's got knives
No,
everywhere.
the hat is a boomerang. You can throw it and it comes back.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Says
kind,
Australia on the
kind of,
Yes.
kind of a as a question adjacent to that one that's not actually on this list. What were they trying to do? What did you stop them from doing?
They're Australian, correct?
Yes.
Maybe they are appalled with Apex City's gun laws.
Okay, so
That could be.
Oh, they are an Australian terrorist group with knives duct taped to their
Yeah, they're not using guns.
Yes.
They're using knives.
In the U.S.
In the
yes,
in the
you know what? That
They
makes it
came
look,
to the U.S.
look,
to protest because they heard about the gun laws, and they were like,
and they just took it a little
"We
too
need
far.
to, we need to fix this. We're superhuman.
So
We'll
many
take this to a
questions
super
about
level."
Superhero City's gun laws, but
They actually used to be
for now.
superheroes, and they went to the dark side because they were so fed up about
Or,
gun
or
violence.
maybe they are superheroes in Australia,
Ooh,
but
Oh, it's
over
just
here,
oh, that's so sad.
yes, they are superheroes.
that makes
in
us sound like
Australia. Oh,
villains.
so maybe you are in their comic book.
Morality is relative.
It is. All right, so the next question on this list is for the outsider. We didn't trust each other at first, but that changed. How and why?
Who didn't? Who?
Your team. You guys
Oh,
didn't trust
us,
each other
okay.
at first.
All of us, or we
During
didn't
the
trust
fight
her?
with Kangaroo
Them.
Jack.
That's
What
kind of
is
up to you
yes?
guys.
Pronouns.
That's kind of up to you guys.
I go by she as of right now.
Your
just
character
my character, because it seems like the closest thing that I look like is female.
is female, so you're just.
And it seems
okay.
better. It helps me assimilate better into culture to like make myself as approachable as possible. I guess.
I understand.
So I'm just gonna pick one and see how that fits until I eventually molt, and then I can decide then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I guess that is kind of the first question. Was it that everyone distrusted each other, or did they just not trust Darren?
I don't know. They're with a bear.
Yeah, it sounds like
Just
a
to be
pretty
clear.
ragtag kind of group.
There's
It is.
an alien,
Yes.
very strange-looking alien,
Yes.
an heavily themed mime,
Yes.
It is. They're just a mime.
Just a mime.
large bear,
A bear
and a teenager in a suit.
who summons
Summons
demons.
demons.
Who
Yes.
summons and has
That is
like
your
a bad
group.
rep as
I'm
like
I'm
a family.
just saying, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
think any of
trust
us-
any of you.
Right,
Okay, no,
exactly.
so that makes sense. So you guys, yeah.
I would feel like, well, I think Jackie and I actually
Yes.
know each other already before this whole meetup.
That's you both have copia ties.
Yeah, we both
That
have
makes
Kobe
sense,
ties.
yeah.
When I was found in Louisiana Bayou, I was brought
Right.
to an orphanage headquarters where I was raised and experimented on, but non-abusively. And it was around the time that you were
Yeah.
being raised.
Yes.
I mean, this would be in the last couple of years. That
Rescued.
makes sense.
We crossed paths.
We did
in
cross
Kobe.
paths, so I already recognized you.
Yeah.
And we shared it. We shared a table and the cafeteria.
The cafeteria, yeah.
So
No one else wanted to sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that she was a super, really cool person. So we already
Right.
kind of we knew of each other.
Yeah,
I knew
makes
that,
sense.
that you actually had some like firepower back there.
Yeah.
And when there was this knife terrorist attack,
Yeah. So that makes sense. All right, so you guys already knew each other. You have your Kopi ties.
yeah,
This stuff starts going down with Kangaroo Jack and the Killaby,
yes,
and you two are kind of on scene already.
Right.
So I guess it would be that probably these two groups didn't really trust each other, right? Or did you guys know each other in any sense? I don't imagine so, knowing your backstories.
No, I think my character is fairly isolated
Okay.
and
All right.
probably is more reserved about their trust.
Probably a little bit of mistrust going on all around.
yeah.
So how did that change over the course of this encounter?
I feel that to go back, how did we didn't trust each other.
Yeah.
We knew of each other, and I feel possibly that we were in a situation in which bystanders were in danger, and we
Sure.
were putting ourselves,
Perhaps
pushing ourselves to limits that we were not used to in
Okay.
real world situations, and two people decided to step up and make themselves known, and make the assist.
I have a interjection.
Yeah.
That's all right. I personally don't see my character as someone who would, take the first step, something like that. I feel like they would really kind of step back and kind of see what's playing out. So I would like to propose
Yeah.
Okay.
that Kangaroo Jack and Killer Bee
Mhm.
maybe came for Pyro.
That would make
And
sense to
maybe
me.
two Kobe-tied heroes came to help.
Sure. So you were basically being attacked by these guys.
Mhm.
For
Where is this occurring?
So this is Apex City. This is still Apex.
I was looking for something more specific.
Somewhere
than
in
that.
the city.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
I was
that's
thinking
actually,
of a property your family owns.
That would make
which
sense.
would explain why
Gives me
you're
a
there.
sense.
all together.
that
Yeah.
gives you no, okay, fantastic. So we do know that the Infernus family is involved with banking.
Correct.
So
That's our primary.
what's an Australian supervillain to do when confronted with a bank? So maybe you were in or near said bank to begin with.
Yes.
Tried to stop this from happening. These two show up, and eventually William as well.
Yes.
Okay, so that gets you all on the scene, but
That
not
makes
really
sense.
involved with each other.
Right.
And so how did this turn from a we're all just kind of here into hey, we actually work well together?
So, the way I'm kind of seeing this playing out
Mm-hmm.
is a bunch of people all show up on the scene, and we don't know each other.
Sure.
So this ends up, we start fighting each other at first.
That's actually traditional for superhero get-togethers, is
Right.
you fight each other for a little
Right,
bit.
and then we realize that we all have a common goal just by talking as we fight, as superheroes normally do.
As you do, yes.
And we realize we have a common goal, and this brings us together.
To stop them from stealing from William's family.
Right.
Right?
And doing other bad things.
Okay.
And keep doing bad crap.
Yes.
And so by the end of that, you guys are kind of,
A little more
a
bonded.
little more bonded.
Yes,
All right,
there
no,
were
I like that.
opportunities if we
I like
could have
that.
killed each other.
So-
We
so
didn't
my-
take them.
So my next question is actually going to be for Piro, the Doomed. So we paid a high cost for victory. What was it?
We broke a rule.
Okay.
My character, as I said, rules are really everything to them. I don't really have any particular rules in mind, and I was hoping for you guys to give me some suggestions, but I do know that my character is very strict on making sure those rules are followed and feels like there's strict consequences to those rules not being followed.
Okay.
Talking like high level rules here, like law, like
Yeah.
general morality stuff.
Really
or are you
t-
talking like really specific, like I can't like touch certain things or else the world's going to end?
Really, anything to my character, any rule to my character is a high rule.
Fair enough.
It may not be a rule to you guys, and that's why I think it's such a personal it's such a question about mine.
It's always about the team.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it does have to
my
be
bad.
something that the team would see
Right.
as being a cost, right? So
Yeah.
there could be that. What kind of thing would that be?
Maybe it's a because you said you interact with the world through psychic constructs.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes,
And that's
so-
the way you interact, like both speaking, communication, everything is
Yeah.
a construct. Maybe physical touch is something that is a no
A-
to
a
you,
rule.
like because mimes don't really physically interact with like in real life.
Mhm.
Mimes don't really physically interact, like grab people. It's
Mhm.
all about the illusion and creation
Mhm.
of space. Maybe that is one. Maybe you were using your abilities, they were at their max point, but unless you physically grabbed someone and pulled them out of danger,
They were gonna die.
Yeah.
That's a rule I never considered.
Okay,
Yeah,
no.
I like that.
This actually makes sense because what I was thinking is a general high cost is we destroyed the bank. Which,
Oh.
you know, things tend to fall down when
That's true.
some people like me are around.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking if the bank got destroyed and in order to save someone's life you had to break a personal rule,
Right.
this is a high cost for all of us. Because, you know, we failed in our assignment to protect the bank and city property. You failed because you lost your parents' property, and you paid a cost
Oh,
because
he won because
Well-
he does not like his family.
Well,
His family lost.
you would still get pushback from that.
Yeah.
So that
Actually,
actually, yeah.
the main reason that my parents are angry at me after this initial incident is not because I was there, and it's not because the bank was destroyed. It's because I actually used my powers in public.
There you
There
go.
you
Yes,
That's a rule.
because we've established that's something that you're not
Not
supposed to do.
People don't know that my family can
Yeah.
do this.
So that actually kind of
Right.
works for everyone because
Yeah.
I'm thinking as you are the bull, I know one of your moves is in a china shop, which is when you directly engage a threat, you can cause
Yeah.
lots of collateral damage. Maybe that's what you had to do.
yeah.
So not only are we breaking a rule, but you're emphatically breaking a bank, and that has repercussions for everyone, including that Hero might have actually had to grab someone to get them out of there.
Right.
Okay, I like that. So the last question we have here is for the legacy. All things considered, we did well and impressed an established hero. Well, I mean, you did stop this happening.
Correct.
You did
Which
capture
is
these
why
guys.
The hero that we impressed was obviously Tony Rex Dakota,
Tony Rex Dakota. No, I like
Yes.
who was very pleased that we stopped the bad guys at
Kangaroo
any
Jack
possible
and Kill It
that.
Bee.
Yeah.
cost.
No, and I mean, those make sense as Tony Rex villains, honestly.
They honestly do, yeah.
They're right in his villain wheelhouse.
They are. They are.
Just
He was-
goofy enough.
He was probably on the way to stop this, and you guys already had it handled.
By destroying the bank, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we did right by Tony Rex
look,
Dakota.
there's a lot of really good construction that happens in Apex City. They're kind of used to buildings getting knocked over at this point.
Which is why my family isn't that upset about the
Exactly.
whole
And
Like,
there
it's
was
going to get
no
rebuilt. You're
loss
insured.
of life.
Yeah,
There
you
was
go.
no loss of
Yes,
life.
exactly.
All right, so now we know what happened when your team first came together, and then after that, you've just kind of stuck with it. Basically, where we start is going to be kind of your first official as a team outing, so that's a perfect place to kind of drop that there, is you've all done a good job together. You've all caught the attention of, I guess, Tony Rex Dakota at this point.
Nice. Done right by Tony.
You've done right by Tony. Okay, so we are going to talk about relationships, and we're just going to kind of do this round robin. So we'll do one relationship and then move on,
Yeah.
and then kind of go back around. So we're going to start again to the left. So Christina.
Okay, so the bull has 2 relationship slots. The first, so one is your love and one is your rival. Your love is the person you've opened up to about the worst parts of your past. And given that we've established that Darren and I on this team have a shared past of some sort, I'm going to put Darren into that slot.
Okay.
As I've opened up to you about the terrible things in my past, about how science people messed with my brain and
In
stuff.
the Kopi mess hall.
Yes, in the Kopi mess hall when no one
Over
else
those
would talk to
lonely,
me.
lonely lunches where no one else wanted to sit at your table.
Yeah.
I mean, would you sit with the mushroom person and the cybernetic
I
bear?
mean, me personally,
Like,
yes,
would
absolutely.
anyone sit with the mushroom person who kind of identifies as female, and then the
And
baroness.
just like a bear.
Yeah.
Oh.
identifies
Dude,
as
what,
bear.
are you a brown bear or a black bear?
Oh, definitely black.
Okay, all right, I just wanted to establish that up front.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
moving
you're not
on.
actually that big.
Well, I'm cybernetically enhanced.
Bigger than a normal person, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
like
but you could-
comparatively to like grizzly bear size.
but you could fit in an elevator. It would
Probably,
the weight warning would
yes.
definitely go off.
So I've canonically said that I weigh about a ton.
Sure, sure.
I don't know if because there's cybernetic shit going
That's
on
fine.
inside.
It's a comics ton. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. It's a ton.
It's a ton. All right. So William, first relationship for you.
The relationship slot says you once got caught doing something that shames your legacy with blank.
Okay.
Upon thinking about that, and the key being that my legacy is one of pretty much evil and not good,
Okay.
which makes this character a little
No, I like it.
weirder by the sheet.
I like it.
I'm
got-
just gonna have to generally go with the team in general. That staying with the whole team inherently pits me against my legacy.
Sure, sure. With relationships though, they should generally be hooked to a specific individual. So who amongst the team is kind of symbolic of that for your? Who would your family least like out of these 3?
I would suggest one of us, since we're Kopi affiliated, maybe.
That's true. They are affiliated with the kind of like organized government aspect of
I'll
this.
probably have to go with the bear then.
Okay, all right. So
How could you hang out
That
with
would
this
make
bear?
sense.
no, it makes sense. Your parents are like,
Yeah.
how could you spend time?
Oh, they'll get to that.
We'll get
We're
to
doing
that.
one question per turn.
Yeah, how could you hang out with this, like filthy animal, right?
Right.
That makes sense.
Especially, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
especially because I'm sort of a traitor. It's villain kind.
That's
right?
true. We haven't gotten into this, but you do
Yeah.
have a little bit of a villainous backstory.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense.
All right. So, Darren, what is your first relationship? Or either one of them. We don't have to go in order.
Alright, you've been learning about Earth by spending time with blank.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to not go with the bear.
Okay. That's fine.
That makes a lot of sense.
Or alternately,
seemed like
or
a good-
alternately,
a good lens.
that's why you're so confused about it.
I am so confused. Not all of humanity does not have covered in fur.
All of your thoughts about humankind come from a bear.
Yeah,
A bear and a Louisiana Bayou police officer.
Why are
That
humans
is
so
my
obsessed with salmon?
entire outside. Everyone doesn't eat salmon.
I mean, it's delicious.
It is.
I'm gonna go with the one that seems the most normal, and I'm gonna go with William.
All right. So, as you've been together for a while, you've been kind of learning about Earth stuff from William.
Yes.
From the
Alright.
pretentious rich kid.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes
with
sense.
dubious evil ties that I don't know about yet.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, you probably wouldn't.
I
Still
would.
the most normal.
Yeah, you're still solidly
You
the
You
most
are
normal.
weirdly the kind of almost point of view character out of this group.
yeah.
Like, I think you and Piro have a lot of that.
Yeah, we're
they-
more normal.
The more normal group. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Piro,
Okay.
which relationship do you want to set in first?
I guess let's go with who I told about my doom and my danger.
Okay.
How do you communicate this?
So, again, my character has to communicate through miming, which relies almost entirely on me describing what I am trying to communicate.
And to be fair, there are these things called notepads. You can write things down. You know,
like, for instance, on the first, when our team came together, I was clearly wearing a name tag that said, "Hello, I am Piero, the mime."
That makes sense.
Just right on there.
Yeah, just right there.
Right there.
So people don't have to ask.
Yeah, why ask?
No, there are ways to communicate without talking. So, okay, who have you informed about your doom?
I don't know. I don't know who I've informed about my doom. I want to say the Baroness,
Sure.
because I feel like they would be...
She just seems so relatable.
not relatable, but it's like, you know, here's a cybernetic bear. Like, if they come up to someone and they're like, here's how my friend is doomed, like, are you really going to believe that cybernetic bear? It's kind of like a safety. Like, I feel like I can tell.
Makes sense.
I feel like I can communicate my secrets to the Baroness, and the Baroness is so ridiculous that almost anyone is not really going to believe them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, a safe person to confide in
Yes.
is a cybernetic bear. All right. Okay, so second relationship for Christina.
Okay, so my second relationship is my rival, and this is a person that tried to control me at a crucial moment. So, I could very easily choose someone from the team.
You could.
I don't know if you...
I actually have a suggestion.
Yeah.
So the rule that I had to break to create this, to answer my team question, I believe is a very good application here.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Pulling you from danger.
Yes, you tried to control me.
me.
Stop
Yes.
destroying things.
Destroying this bank.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, so Piero is your rival.
Yes.
All right, I like that. And William, your second relationship.
I trust someone and told them an important secret of my legacy. I am also going to have to go with Piero for that one.
Okay. All right, no, that's
Mostly
fine.
because
I can't tell.
William doesn't believe that they can communicate it very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's going to open up to anyone, it's going to be the person who can commentate least on his issues.
Okay, and
Good
what
choice.
secret would you have told them?
Probably that my family is actually confirmed involved in a lot of shadowy stuff, and that they all have the ability to summon demons.
Okay, all right. So they know about your family's kind of crime ties and demonic abilities.
Yes.
All right, I like that. And then second relationship.
You have a crush on blank, but you keep it under wraps.
Ooh. Who do you have a crush on?
Oh, that's a great question
Tony
because
likes Dakota.
No. It just needs to be some, like, mushrooms in your backyard.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm
Okay,
like,
okay, now to be
there's
fair,
a
to be
tree
fair.
in the park.
I like that,
It's
but it
really
does
hot.
have to be something I can use to hook you.
Oh,
So,
it
Someone's
can't be a
gonna
tree at the
Mushroom
park.
babies!
Because there can be a tree in the park that gets destroyed, and I have to go through heartbreak.
that's true.
Maybe you just have a crush on, like, Mother Earth.
On Earth
That's too
itself.
broad.
That's a little bit broad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
if there's a particularly attractive tree, I guess I can roll with it.
But, hey, make up a tree-based hero.
I was gonna say Tree Man or something. Not Tree Man.
Oh.
Tree man who is just a tree man.
Yeah, the person who's like an ent.
I mean,
Like
if you
a
want
tree
to go that
person.
direction, we can go that direction.
Yeah, there's a tree int guy who's or person, non-binary tree thing
Tree.
that
Sure.
fights crime.
Okay,
Identifies
there's a
Most with male.
we will get a name for this.
Oh, I guess
Or
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
yeah,
What
this
does that mean?
this
Entity,
yeah. You know what? I think we'll just go with entity as the name of this.
yeah, that
this
works.
plant-based
Entitree.
entity. Entity. I like that.
Oh, we
okay.
can do. His name is Ochre.
I like that.
Or
Yeah,
Elmer.
his name
I
is
like-
Ochre,
I
and
like that.
he is super powerful. He can manipulate, or she can manipulate
Ash.
plant life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, that would work too.
summon vines.
Okay.
And I saw this person in the news, and I thought that was like the most smoking hot babe I've ever seen.
Okay, I like that. That I can work with.
Okay.
That
Alright.
works.
And last relationship for Piero.
You'd love to kiss blank before your doom comes. I think, once again, I'm gonna go with the Baroness here, but I think I'm gonna go with, like, a little, like, I just want to kiss their nose. Like, I
That's-
just want to give them a little, like,
A little on the nose.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
So many people are tied to the Baroness.
No, right? Like, you're a giant bear. What do you expect?
The giant cuddly teddy bear, right?
Just a huge cuddly teddy bear.
What's wrong with the fungus woman?
What's wrong? You're just weird.
I like all of these characters. They are my beautiful baby bird children. I like them. I'm into it. So the last, I guess, thing that we need to do here then is the last question on your backstory, because we went over the backstories during the character spot intros, but we intentionally kind of left the last one off for this, which is, why do you care about the team? So now that we know how you guys got together, how you relate to each other, it's time to figure out, why do you care about each other? Like, why do you care about this thing as a whole? So we don't really need to go in a set order here. If anyone wants to start, yeah, go for it.
So my character was homeschooled, very sheltered. Really, all the friends that they had in their life were kind of arranged friendships. Just people who, like, you were kind of shoved together with. My character has never really had, like, a chosen family before. And I think that you guys, as coming together as a team, have kind of chosen each other and made those bonds. And that's very, very precious to my character. My character has never had something like that before.
Okay.
And that's why the team matters to my character.
I like that. Okay. So who wants to go next here?
I don't think that I really care about the team that much. Right now, the team is very similar to how I view being a hero, which is that this team is valuable to me as a means to an end.
Okay.
Now, that's not to say that isn't going to heavily develop as this goes on.
Yeah. No, that...
And it absolutely will.
Yeah.
So for the time being, he is attached to hanging out with these guys and likes that the concept of being a hero group that is going against his own family's legacy.
Okay.
And that will continue to evolve as it goes on. But
Okay.
as far as a strong emotional attachment, I don't think there is one at this point.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I feel like the vibes I've been getting from your character is like, I'm here, but I don't really care about being here, and I think that would translate to how you...
I'm pretending not to care.
Yeah, I think that would
Yeah.
also translate into how you treated the team members, so maybe it's more like a comfortable annoyance.
Yes.
Okay, I like it. So who wants to go kind of next year?
I can go.
Okay.
Why do I care about the team? I come from a world that is so interconnected, so very dependent on the other branches, and it's all about the others and never about the self. And I've found that it's amazing to me to see people from different facets of this world coming together with very individual lives and goals, and we still work together as a unit, which I've never seen before. Everyone on my planet is a copy, at least in my culture, is a copy, or is everything is for the masses, whereas this feels like it's more of a, we all have our own stories that are
more
just
for
as
you.
valuable. Yeah, especially like seeing William, who is very selfish, and like, but seeing that ambition is really unique to me, and I want to like succeed and stand out and like prove myself worthy again of doing my people proud.
Okay.
And then dying.
Yeah.
All right. And then I guess you are our last. Yeah.
So there's probably a couple reasons why I care about the team. One of the most prominent ones is probably that I'm still trying to figure out a little bit how to be human.
Okay.
So this is good. It helps me learn a little bit, and it keeps me grounded. Like not slipping back into being just like a bear or being a villainous bear.
Primitive?
Yes, primitive. Beyond that, I'm also trying to figure out things about my past. So having a group of people that can help is very useful. It'd be really hard for me to do this on my own, and I've tried, and it didn't turn out well. So this is good for me.
Okay, I like it. And I think with that, we officially have a team.
Woo!
Yay!
So the only question left, and we can leave this as a little bit of a cliffhanger. Do you guys have a team name?
That is a valid question.
My character has been on teams with team names before.
Okay.
So we can. I'm cool with that. I don't know if we want to have a team name,
Yeah.
but
Well, I will let you guys think about it for a minute. And in the meantime, we will see everybody next time. Masks: A New Generation is written for Magpie Games by Brendan Conway. It is made of magic, dreams, and a fair amount of spandex. Seriously, check it out. The Baroness is played by Christina. Piero is played by Lenny. You can find her on Instagram at incognitotuba. William Infernus is played by Jordan. Darren is played by Nan. Find her on Instagram at nanjitsu. Apex City is GM'd by Jeremy, who also writes the music and edits this podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Apex City Cast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.